What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video, and today the Winnipeg Jets took on the New York Islanders, and they're looking to get back in the win column. I mean, they lost to the Philadelphia Flyers 2-0. That snapped their 8-game win streak and their 14-game point streak. So, the Jets are trying to get back in that win column today over the Islanders. Very tough team, very sound defensive team, and, it was a really good battle tonight. Mark Scheifele is still out, but Kyle Connor is out there, making his return for the first time since early December, since being injured from that hit by Ryan Strome. Obviously, taking out his knee on that knee-on-knee collision, so it was very scary. But Kyle Connor has recovered at an incredibly high rate. I believe it was like only 4 or 5 weeks. He was supposed to be out 6 to 8, so good for Kyle. And he was ripping out there today. We'll talk about him as the video goes along. But heading into this one, having him back was a big boost, and hopefully a big boost to the power play, which has been floundering for Winnipeg. Moving on into the first period here, I thought this was going to be a defensive showdown, and it was anything but in the first. Both teams trading shots, and a Josh Morrissey shot would get deflected, put on goal by Gabe Vilardi, and he would score, opening up the scoring here less than 10 minutes in, putting the Jets up 1-0. That's going to be Vilardi's 11th of the season. That's assisted by Josh Morrissey and Adam Lowry. And hey man, Gabe looked good tonight. I swear all of his goals have come from that blue paint. He's been just nose for the net, goal scorer, been coming up big in Kyle Connor's absence, and now Kyle Connor's back. So excited to see what those two can do together. Moving on here, at the end of the first period, the Jets are killing off a penalty. It just expires, and a shot from the blue line is tipped in by Andres Lee. And that sucks, because the Jets were on a little bit of a roll here. They had momentum, and then they let something like that happen. Really nice tip in front. Nothing Hellebuyck can really do about that, but just annoying. Wish the PK was more aggressive. They had a few chances to get it out before that goal had gone in, but alas, whatever. Jets are tied 1-1. So it was a little bit frustrating heading into the first intermission, as the Jets really felt like they controlled the first period for the most part. Maybe had a few mental lapses that resulted in the 1-1, tie at the end of the first. Felt like they should have been up, by 1 or 2 goals. However, in the second period, both teams were going back and forth. Shots everywhere. Not really what I expected in this game. I thought it was going to be a very boring game. The race to 2 goals, 3 goals in this one. But we ended up getting a lot of action in this period, and the Jets were on the power play with under 5 to go. Sorokin's skate actually breaks right here, and he's not really sure what to do. Cole Perfetti recognizes it, sends it over to Pionk, and he's got a gaping wide open net to shoot at. Power play has not been good, but when the goaltender leaves open 90% of the net, you're probably going to capitalize, and maybe that'll boost the Jets' numbers. Well, definitely will boost the Jets' numbers in the power play percentage department, and hopefully it figures itself out more consistently. Looked a little bit better at times today, and at other times it looked pretty bad, but the Jets come out with a 2-1 lead, and they didn't stop there. Just a couple of minutes later, bad bounce here for Sorokin. It lands right on Mason Appleton's stick, and he puts it back in the back of the net. And Mason Appleton has scored for the first time in 26 games. Monkey thrown off the back. That's got to feel good for him. He's kind of struggled in this one, I'm not going to lie. Looked a little frazzled at times. Everybody kind of had their moments tonight. But, good for Mason Appleton potting this one. Finally breaking that, snake-bitten streak that he had. He has had opportunities, just has not been able to put them in the back of the net. Happy for Apples here, and hopefully he can get going now. Now, we would head into the third with the Jets up 3-1, so a 2-goal lead for the Jets kind of seems on lock, right? I mean, you got Connor Hellebuyck, who's been playing lights out. The team is just so great defensively, but the Jets do one of those mental error things again. Dylan's in the corner, kind of just doing his own thing, loses the puck to Andres Lee, and Hellebuyck doesn't completely cover the post, and Lee scores some goofy little tap-in goal from the side, bad angle goal. Really frustrating, because, Hellebuyck's been so good up until this point. Some of the saves he made tonight were incredible, all over the place, and, that's, of course, the one that goes in. So it's now 3-2 right at the beginning of the third. Could have done without that, but Lee has his second goal of the game, and you hate to see it. The whole way down the third, the Islanders and Jets were trading punches back and forth. Penalties galore. No one able to score until Kyle Connor picks off this pass. takes it down the ice and puts it in the open net. That guy had so many scoring chances tonight, it was fitting that he finally buried one, even though it was an empty net. In his return, Kyle Connor ices this one, and Winnipeg would take this one 4-2. Now, is this the sexiest game of all time? I wouldn't say that. I think the Jets have had many games better than this one. I think that they controlled the play for the majority in this one, and it never felt like the Islanders were really, in position to take the lead or anything like that, or steal one from the Jets. However, the Jets probably could have done more damage to the Islanders had they just calmed down, not made some of the mental mistakes they did, and just been a little bit more poised tonight. But it is what it is. Not every win can be a Picasso. The Jets, back in the win column, pick up a big 2 points tonight and stay at the top of the Central. The Jets are just so great defensively. Even with some of the mental errors today, they have a Vezina winning goaltender in their net, and I mean, probably right now the Vezina favorite in goal. Connor Hellebuyck's been incredible. Going to talk about him in 1 second. But look at this stat. Most consecutive games allowing 2 goals against or fewer. The Winnipeg Jets sit there with 13 straight games. Their last 13 games, they have not allowed more than 2 goals to go in their net. Big reason why they've been so successful. It's been a lot of fun watching this team go from one of the worst defensive teams in the league for many years and getting bailed out by Connor Hellebuyck to this season being one of the best defensively. And hey, I mean, obviously Hellebuyck has a lot to do with that, but the defense as a whole, the team as a whole, 5-on-5, has been so impressive this season, and it's been a lot of fun to watch and, watch them bloom into the team that they are now. And, hey, just ton of fun being a Jets fan right now. Let's get it, baby. Got me gushing about how good, this Jets team is defensively. Why not hand over the big ol' Shining Star Award to the team's best defender, Connor Hellebuyck? This man was on a tear today. 36 of 38 were stopped. En route to another win. The guy can't be stopped. Vezina favorite at the moment. He has been lights out this season. I'm seeing a lot of people say that, hey, Hellebuyck should be nominated for the Hart, and I don't disagree with anyone. Obviously, he's not going to win. It is so impossible for a goaltender to win the Hart Trophy. However, if there was any goaltender that deserves it right now, definitely him. Been a big part of this team's success, and there's a lot of teams out there that probably are regretting not trading for Connor Hellebuyck, like the New Jersey Devils, the Toronto Maple Leafs, list goes on. Many teams out there, but very happy to have him here in Winnipeg. Definitely one of the best Jets in the 2.0 era. But the Jets wrap up a homestand with a win today against the Islanders. They will not play again until Saturday against the Ottawa Senators. That is a matinee game at 2 o'clock Central Time. So hopefully the Jets are, well rested. Some guys are able to come back in the lineup like Mark Scheifele, and, just rest guys like Nick Ehlers and Kyle Connor just a little bit more as well. But with that, guys, I am going to hop on out of here. Thank you so much for watching. As always, leave a comment down below what you guys thought about the game, the players in this game, anything. I want to hear from you guys. So definitely leave your thoughts down below. Leave a like and subscribe to the video if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Go Jets, go! Bye-bye.